entertaining the Badin Rams. Coming on the first baseline with the starters for Badin, leading off with their center fielder, number 5, Chandler Taylor. Batting second is their third baseman, number 6, Austin Beckham. Batting third is their catcher, Kyle Anderson, number 8. Batting cleanup is their first baseman, number 3, Kate Boyd. Batting 5 spot is number 17, James Brick, the left fielder. Batting 6 is the second baseman, the right fielder, number 4, Chase Ruby. There's a designated hitter, number 24, Chase Rash. He'll be batting for tonight's starting pitcher, number 34, Caleb Reeser. Batting in the 8th spot is the shortstop, number 7, Cooper Hollis. And batting 9th is their second baseman, number 2, Eli Wolford. Also coming down on the first baseline is head coach Brian Goodway, his staff, and the remainder of the Ram roster. Now it's in the starting lineup for the Jesuit Tigers. Leading off tonight, starting right field is number 9, Brody Smith. Batting second, playing center field is number 32, Ben Burke. Batting third is the second catcher, number 24, Mrs. DeCarlo. Batting cleanup is the shortstop, number 10, Jane Wacker. Batting fifth is number 4, Robbie Santana, the starting first baseman. Batting sixth, number 31, Christian Sheffield. He's a designated hitter for tonight's starting pitcher, number 3, Wilson Anderson. Batting seventh is the third baseman, number 22, Clarence DeSessis. Batting eighth is number 14, Jake Kirchner, the left fielder. And batting ninth is number 1, Tyler Alfredo, the starting second baseman. Also going on the third baseline is head coach Miguel Menendez, his staff, and the remainder of the Jesuit roster. Now, yes, please stand for an opening prayer to be followed by the playing of our national anthem, as we honor America. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Saint Ignatius of Loyola, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The spring 2025 version of the Jesuit Tigers baseball team welcomes the Badin High School Rams from Hamilton, Ohio, in the Cincinnati area for this regular season matchup tonight. It is a beautiful afternoon/evening for baseball here at Hyer Family Park.
Leading field for the Tigers, going to left field, Jake Kirchner. Out the center field, Ben Burke. Over right field, Rory Smith. Out the third base, Bryce Vicente. Shortstop, Katie Wecker. Out the center base, Tyler Alfredo. Over first base, Robbie Santana. Behind the plate, Vincent DeCarlo. And on the mound, Wilson Anderson.
And you just heard the stadium voice of Hyer Family Park. That's Mike Letting, that you're also familiar with. And who you'll see tonight? Well, folks, you'll see Wilson Anderson on the mound for Jesuit, as decorated as they get for a junior hurler. He is the #1 right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida in this junior class. #1 pitcher in the United States in this junior class. He is the overall #4, considering all positions, #4 player in Florida in that class and #16 overall in the country. He is a Team USA member, throws 98 miles an hour when he dials it all the way up, 21-time All-Tournament selection in perfect game events, a Tournament All-American, Tournament Most Valuable Pitcher once, and Tournament MVP twice. He has 41 strikeouts in 29 innings against 9 walks. 41 strikeouts and 9 walks, holding opponents to a .237 batting average, while he has earned an ERA of 1.931. 62% first pitches are strikes. Wilson has quite a career ahead of him. By virtue of everything I just said, he has quite a career behind him, too. Behind him, geographically, is going to be Bryce Bessesi at third. Shortstop's Caden Wechter. Tyler Alvario, second base. First base, Robbie Santana. Left to right in the outfield is Jay Kirshner, Ben Burke, and Brody Smith. And behind the plate is Vincent DiCarlo. So, facing him from the Rams from Badin, they're going to be led off by center fielder Chandler Taylor. Austin Vangan is second. Kyle Anderson, Cade Bowling, James Brink, Chase Luby, Chase Resch, Cooper Ollis, and Eli Wolpert. So let's get this thing underway, folks. A beautiful day. There's no wind. The American flag is just drooped down the pole. Not even twitching up there. Not much of a wind, and it'll be Wilson Anderson, the 6'4", 191 junior, against Chandler Taylor. And first pitch just wide, ball 1. Left-handed hitting Taylor against right-hander Anderson. He kicks and deals, and that is a swinging strike 1. A ball and a strike. Just underway here. And that one's got some heat on it, and he gets an empty hack from Taylor, and it's quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. So for Wilson, that old faithful 98, he dials that up and gets a foul ball kind of right off the end of the bat, and Taylor stays alive. A nice showing from our friends from Ohio here at Hyer Family Park tonight. I'd say, what do you think? 50, 60? 50, 60 people or so here from the Badin Rams, escaping the 51-degree weather in Hamilton for the whatever we have here, 80. That's too tall and outside. 2-2. All right, we've got somebody in the chat watching from Detroit. So welcome aboard. You haven't missed much. It's 2-2 right now. First batter. That one hit in the air to left center field. Making his way over is Kirshner. He calls for it. No, he is called off by Ben Burke, and the lefty grabs it, and that's out number 1. And then come back to this. Vangan, yes. So third baseman Austin Vangan up next. Junior, a 2-time perfect game all-tournament selection. A maintenance person? We can try and work on it for you in a second, okay? All right. I got 2 balls and no strikes. Sorry, I had one of the visitors has lost it. That's a called strike. Do we have anybody that can help this gentleman find a hearing aid? That he fell down in this crack over here. Do we have any, like a groundskeeper or an assistant somebody? There's a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I just am not able to help him. He's poor guy. He's lost a hearing aid, and I know he wants to be dialed into this. That one hit in the air to the right side, shallow right field. Making his way over is Brody Smith into foul territory, snags it, and that's out number 2.
For 2 outs at the plate, the catcher, number 8, Kyle Anderson.
That's 2 outs, and that brings up senior Kyle Anderson, the catcher, who takes strike 1, the heater down the middle. He is a 4-time all-tournament selection, and Kyle will go righty on righty against Wilson Anderson. And he heats it up there across the outside corner and quickly is up 0-2. That one too tall, and Wilson Anderson now 9 strikes, 5 balls, 14 pitches here. Top of the first inning, scoreless, nobody has reached base. This is the 3rd batter of the game. Badin High School Rams from Hamilton, Ohio. Welcome to Jesuit. And he gets him swinging on the slider. That is a killer pitch. And Wilson gets a strikeout victim, his first of the night. And in the top half of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, folks. So out to the mound is Caleb Dreesen. Caleb, a junior right-hander. He is the number 10 right-handed pitcher in Ohio. A 1-time perfect game most valuable pitcher. Fastball up to 88 miles an hour. He's a 7-time all-tournament selection. Behind him is Austin Vangan at third. Shortstop Cooper Ollis. Eli Wolpert at second, and Cade Bowling at first. Behind the plate is Kyle Anderson. Left to right in the outfield, James Brink, Chandler Taylor, and Chase Luby. So for Jesuit, it will be Brody Smith, Ben Burke, Vincent DiCarlo, then Caden Wechter, Robbie Santana, Christian Sheffield, and finally Bryce Bassessi, Jay Kirshner, and Tyler Alvario. So starting things off in the top half or the bottom half of the first inning is going to be Brody Smith. Now Brody, 6 foot, 185-pound outfielder. He's going to go play for East Tennessee State. Going to be a Buccaneer up in Johnson City, Tennessee. He leads the team in RBI. He's tied for the lead in walks. He's second in average on-base percentage, on-base plus slugging, hits, and stolen bases. Quite an offensive season for Brody Smith, and he awaits Dreesen's first offering. Hits that one in the air. A backhanded dive by Cooper Ollis just to keep it in the infield. Outstanding play, but it had bounced first, so that's going to be an infield single for Brody Smith. An incredible effort by Ollis.
Next to play, number 2, Ben Burke, to center field.
All right, Ben Burke comes up now. Ben, mainly relief pitching so far, but also swings the bat. A 5'11", 165 junior, 24-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He is batting .400 in a few at-bats and getting the nod out in center field. He takes ball 1. Ben has scored 5 runs, 6 hits. stolen a couple of bases, has done most of his damage, has been on the mound, where he is a statistical anomaly in that he essentially walks no one. He has struck out 26 batters and walked no one. But he's batting right now, so let's concentrate on that. Righty on lefty. He lets that one go up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. We'll give you an award at the end of the night. Oh yeah. You can tell me if I can't see. That one hit in the air to left field, and that's sometimes trouble for the visitors because the sun's right in his eyes. Nice job by James Brink to glove that one and get the first out. All right, Vincent DiCarlo comes up, the 6-foot, 195-pound senior. He's going to go play for the North Carolina State Wolfpack. Leads the team in batting average at .310. A nice move over there by Dreesen. Had Brody Smith diving back, but diving back safely. Vincent DiCarlo, he also leads the team in hits with 18. Third in slugging and on-base plus slugging, and tied for third in RBI. He's had a productive senior year as well. A nice breaking pitch that still misses a little bit high. Dreesen doesn't quite have that one dialed in just yet. Working from the stretch with Brody on first. Again, bottom of the first, no score. Throws back over, and Brody gets dirty, but remains safe. And there goes Smith, a check swing, a slow roller to third base, scooped up, thrown across, but it gets by first baseman Cade Bowling, and around to third goes Brody Smith on the throwing error, and Vincent DiCarlo. I think that's probably just an error.
This gentleman, which gentleman is it?
He's, help me out here.
He's the one wearing the hat down there. He's got the shorts on. Yep. With the same kind of. Where was he sitting?
He's right up here, and he's just, poor guy. Yeah, there he is. He's
One scratching his shoulder right now.
yeah. All right, brings up Caden Wechter with runners at second and third. Caden Wechter is going to go to Florida State University when he finishes up here. He's a junior. And Caden has spent a good bit of time on the injury reserve list, but is back at it now. And that has been a welcome sight to Miguel Menendez and the rest of the Jesuit Tigers. He's an 11-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He's the number 10 overall player in the state of Florida in the junior class. And Wechter lets that one go, and that is strike one. So 1 man out, 2 men on. And Wechter awaits. That one swung on and fouled straight back into the netting here as Caden falls behind 1-2. Caleb Dreesen on the mound. Again, the number 10 right-handed pitcher in Ohio in his class. He kicks and fires, and that one hit in the air. Shallow line drive to left field. 1 runner in. Second one hits the brakes as he comes around third base, and that is a runner for Vincent DiCarlo, who is number 2, Cannon Murtaugh. But that's going to be an RBI single for Caden Wechter.
Robbie Santana, the first baseman.
And that is going to score one. So now it is 1-0 Jesuit in the bottom of the first. Robbie Santana comes up. So after the RBI single from Caden Wechter, Robbie Santana, the team leader in on-base percentage, slugging, on-base plus slugging, tied for lead in walks, 15-time all-tournament selection. Robbie's had an excellent senior season here. And speaking of excellent, Caleb Dreesen just dropped an excellent spinner right in the strike zone, and he gets a quick strike on the board. And Robbie with 12 hits, 4 doubles, a home run, 8 RBI. He's walked 13 times. Has shaped up to be a very reliable hitter in the middle of this lineup. And that one, too tall and too tight. 2-1. Or 1-1. Sorry, 1-1. Beautiful. I love it. We got some folks watching from Ohio. Beautiful. That one hit sky high to right center field. Over under it is Luby. He makes the catch. Tagging up is Cannon Murtaugh, who comes across home plate for the second run. And Robbie Santana gets a sacrifice fly.
Designated hitter number 31, Christian Sheffield.
All right, 2-0. That brings up Christian Sheffield. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, as Jesuit has had some timely hitting. There goes Caden Wechter. Throw is on time. The tag is on time as well, and that gets Caden Wechter attempting to steal a perfect throw, catch, and tag from Anderson and Cooper Owens.
Tigers scored 2 runs and then 2 base hits, 1 error was given by the Rams. Scoring out 2-0 after 1.
All right, in the bottom of the first, Jesuit 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, nobody left on base. We are finished with 1 complete. It's 2-0 Jesuit over the Badin High School Rams. All right, chatsters, let's see. We got watching from Detroit, beautiful, Rel 4720. We got Reed Mouse, sorry if I say it wrong. Watching from Hamilton, Barbara Arnold, Old Faithful, Barbara Arnold, that's O-L-E, Faithful, Barbara Arnold in Atlanta. And, of course, we have Canes Cats Heat 305. Mr. 305, good evening from Miami. Okay. All right, so let's see. Yep, even a few more Ram fans have filed in. The usual good crowd from Jesuit. And Wilson Anderson has had a good start, a 1-2-3 first inning. He will go with Cade Bowling, James Brink, and Chase Luby due up for the Rams. All right, Cade Bowling, he's going to, let's see, he's a senior, and Cade, the number 3 third baseman in Ohio. He's a 5-time all-tournament selection. Going to play for Southern Wesleyan University. First pitch outside ball. Southern Wesleyan University Warriors. It's a ball in Central, South Carolina. Central's the town, South Carolina. There's that breaking ball, and it has a beautiful shape to it tonight. It is bad news for opposing hitters when Wilson has that mid to upper 90s fastball hitting and that breaking ball hitting. So for now, it's 2-1. As first baseman Bowling awaits, and he swings and fouls it off. Wilson Anderson, future Mississippi State Bulldog. Team USA player, as we mentioned earlier. There is that breaking ball. High hopper over to Alvario at second, across to first. And Santana grabs it, and that is out number 1.
fielder, James Brink.
Thank you. It is a huge difference having fastball. Ball one outside to James Brink. James Brink, Jr., he's been a perfect game selection. As Anderson working quickly from the windup. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the second. That one, a lot of oomph behind it, but it's ball outside. 2-1. To see how many, we have to click onto the, and then I look across. And that tells me how many. I see it's 70-something currently, but that's not the total. Swing and an empty hack on the outside fastball. So if you go here, and just kind of, it's a 181. That's how many you've had. A swing and an empty hack, and he gets the second strikeout of the evening.
Number 4, James Brink, left fielder.
All right, Chase Luby up now, left-handed hitting right fielder. He's going to go to Lincoln Trail College in Robinson, Illinois. A little bit behind that fastball. Number 6 outfielder in the state of Ohio in this senior class. Going to go play for the Statesmen. That one misses off the mark inside. And it's a ball and a strike. That one, okay, I guess it was outside. Outside by maybe not much. That one definitely outside. So now Wilson has backed himself into a 3-1 count here. I mean, technically, yeah, hasn't allowed a base runner yet. And that is hit in the air to left center field. Making his way over is Kirshner, who makes the grab up at his shoulder on the run, looking into the sun. Nicely played, and that retires the side. All right, top half of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and we move to the bottom of the second inning to the sounds of Don Omar with Danza Kuduro, courtesy of Coach O. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, folks, but I bet the guy that's 305 in the audience can, because he's our Miami connection. All right, due up, Christian Sheffield, Bryce Bassesi, and Jay Kirshner. Sheffield is third on the team in batting average, on-base percentage, stolen bases. He's tied for third in hits and walks. 11-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Christian, a 6-foot, 160-pound junior, is the 15th ranked second baseman in this junior class in the state of Florida. Average is .306. He's had 15 hits. 6 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, scored 12 runs. Very productive junior season. All the Jesuit fans on the live stream are all familiar with this, but you guys tuning in for Badin, you recognize his last name, I know. It's Sheffield. Yes, that is longtime superstar major leaguer Gary Sheffield's son. And Christian has had a great junior year. Designated hitter tonight, often playing second base. And he's one that he's a swing away from being on base, and then he doesn't stay at one base very long. That one hit in the air really high and in the infield to the right side. Under it is Wolpert. The snag and the out. That's out number 1. All right, Bryce Bassesi comes up with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Bryce, 23-time all-tournament selection. A tournament MVP in a perfect game event. Sophomore, 6'2", 190 pounds. And Dreesen's fastball up high, misses ball one. Dreesen, a 7-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Now that's like it looks like a cutter to me that backs Bryce off the plate, but moves the count 2-0. That one hit on the ground to shortstop. Alice has it. The toss across in time for out number 2. All right, 2 Jesuits up, 2 Jesuit Tigers up, 2 Jesuit Tigers down. It's now Jay Kirshner, the left fielder, junior, 6'1", 185, 4-time all-tournament. Righty on righty against Dreesen, and Dreesen misses upstairs, ball one. Gets him way out in front of that breaking ball, and I tell you what, Dreesen's not going to take my advice, but if he were taking my advice, I'd say keep throwing that pitch. I mean, that is a good-looking breaking ball, and he starts hitting the fastball in the strike zone, and he's going to be in good shape. He gets a swinging strike 2, up and in. Hey, he took my advice. I'm not piped into that catcher's helmet. Fastball too tall, and it's deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-0. Jesuit, bottom of the second. How many 2s can I give you at once? Breaking ball, and he gets a called strike 3 right over the outside corner, and he has figured out that that pitch is working, and he keeps going to it. All right, the end of the second inning. The bottom of the second inning. No Jesuit runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the third, and it is 2-0 Jesuit over the Badin Rams. Got it? Awesome. How about that? Thank you very much. One of our friends from Ohio, an older gentleman came up and he had lost his hearing aid. It fell down into the crack of the bleachers, and we got somebody on it and helped this gentleman out. So we're a full-service institution here, folks. Sometimes I just think funny thoughts, you know. All right. Wilson Anderson so far, 31 pitches, 18 strikes, 13 balls. That's going to bring up Chase Resch, the designated hitter. And then after him is Alice and Wolpert. There is that breaking pitch. Wilson did not land at that time. And Anderson in the windup. He kicks and delivers too high. And that one sails into the backstop. Went zipping right by Vincent DiCarlo's glove. Nobody hurt. Nobody's on base. 2-0. Anderson kicks and releases, and that's his fastball. Gets a foul ball swing from Chase Resch. Hang on. Got to get a ball. Everybody stop. Okay. Now we're ready. Fastball, a lot of steam on it, but it is out of the strike zone by a good couple of glove widths, so not close enough to call. And that one down low, and there's the first base runner for the Rams, and that's Chase Resch. Gets a base on balls, and that's going to bring up Cooper Ollis. Cooper, the 6'3", 175 senior shortstop, played an excellent shortstop so far. He squares to bunt, fouls it right back into DeCarlo's foot. And they do not convert on the small ball attempt. Top of the third. We are at the 8-hole hitter, and that's Cooper Ollis, the shortstop. Resch at first base. And Ollis squares. Gets a called strike. The throw down to first to try to backpick him from DeCarlo does not get there in time to get the diving Resch, as he is safe there, but it's 0-2. And so theoretically that's going to take this bunt out of play, and Ollis will take a hack. That one hit in the air to center field. Does it get down? Yes, it does. That's going to be good for a single and the first hit of the game for the Rams. Nice piece of two-strike hitting by Cooper Ollis. That moves Resch to second base. And nobody out. 2 men on now. Got to think we might be looking at another bunting situation here as left-hander second baseman Eli Wolpert comes up. All right, from the stretch is Wilson Anderson, future Mississippi State Bulldog. And Wolpert squares. Goes for the bunt, but fouls it back. Yes. Yep, he foul tipped. All right. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. And Wolpert squares again. The delivery. He lets that one go. That one's too high. It's now a ball and strike. Wilson Anderson, 41 pitches, 23 strikes, 18 balls. The number one pitcher, right-handed pitcher in the junior class in the country, on the mound right now. He steps off and looks everybody back. 1-1. Let's see if Wolpert can get this down. It's not a secret. I mean, they've made it pretty clear. He's wanting to bunt these guys over. He squares very early here. Wilson looks a long time and then steps off. First baseman Santana way up on the grass, awaiting the left-handed bunt from Eli Wolpert. And he squares again. Here comes the pitch. That one bunted foul down the third base line, and we have another two-strike count. Here comes the 1-2. Nope. He steps off and fakes. He steps back, fakes the throw to first base. And we are having lots of looks like a lot of signals crossed here, trying to play this bunt correctly, but it is 1-2, and it may be that Wolpert's not bunting. We shall see here. And Wilson Anderson set at the letters. He kicks and fires, and that is sliced foul down the third baseline, right at the Jesuit dugout, and then it ricochets out in the left field. So they're going to have to wait for Kirshner to get that one in. He does. And he's headed back to his position. So that was a full swing there. So I think the bunt's probably not happening. A long look in there as Wilson Anderson delivers. And he gets a high chopper across to second base. Touches second base, does Wechter, and across to first base and makes a double play look very easy.
Leadoff batter, number 5, Chandler Taylor, center field.
All right, 2 outs, and that brings up Chandler Taylor. Chandler flew out to left field his first time up, and there's that breaking ball. We have not seen a lot of it from Wilson Anderson, as it's got a good shape, but it's not finding the strike zone so far. So he'll go back to the windup now, probably going to head back to that trusty mid-90s fastball, and there it is. And he gets that one over the outside corner, and it's now 2-1. We're getting close to that sort of twilight hour where those pop-ups sometimes get lost in this pre-dusk sky. No idea if that's going to come into play, but sometimes it does. 2-1 count to Chandler Taylor, the center fielder. And he gets a swinging strike. He gets past DiCarlo. In comes Resch, and he scores the first run for the Rams on a pass ball. And the score is now 2-1 as the Rams get that one on the ball that gets a swinging strike to Taylor, but it gets by DiCarlo and kind of deflects off toward his right. And it took him a second to figure out how far and what direction it was. And by then, Resch was well on his way and darn near crossing home plate. So deuce is wild here. A swing and a miss on a change-up down low. And he gets the swinging strikeout to end the inning. So in that top of the third, the Rams get 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, nobody left on base. After 2.5, it is 2-1 Jesuit. All right, we head to the bottom of the third. I'm Doug Politz giving you the play-by-play for 2025 Jesuit Baseball Tigers, the 7-time state champs. Miguel Menendez has done a wonderful job here. State championship in 19, 22, 24, and I guess that's 3, but sort of 3.5. I mean, we're ranked number 1 in the country in the COVID-shortened year all the social distancing and all that good stuff. But that did not get to actually play the season and play it out. But, you know, you got to play it on the field. So that one just goes by the wayside. Brings up Tyler Alvario to start off the bottom of the third for Jesuit. Fastball from Dreesen misses inside, ball one. Dreesen, 24 pitches, 14 strikes, 10 balls. And he works from the stretch always. That one hit in the air, foul, high, out of play down the left field line. Tyler Alvario, the senior middle infielder, playing second base tonight, 5-time all-tournament selection. His first time up to face Dreesen. Again, Caleb Dreesen, the junior, the number 10 right-handed pitcher in Ohio. That one right in on his hands. Good pitch. Nice job by Alvario to foul that one off. Not too much you can do with it. He just fouled that one up over the grandstand here. Another almost identical pitch, swing, and result. And there's a breaking ball. Oh, okay. I think Kyle Anderson thought that was strike number 3. Instead, it's ball number 2. Boy, if it missed, it didn't miss by much. 2-2. And that one hit in the air to center field. Making his way over there is Taylor. Makes a casual grab. Made it look about as easy as possible without falling asleep. Very nicely done. All right, one away. Bottom of the third now. Back to the top of the order. Brody Smith up. He singled in the 5-6 hole when Alice made that diving grab, just couldn't get up and get it across in time to get Smith. Smith bounces one over into the 3-4 hole. So he has gone both directions, and that's going to be a single to right field. And Brody's on-base percentage and batting average get another little boost tonight as he's 2 for 2. That brings up Ben Burke. Ben flew out to left field his first time up. And Brody Smith draws a throw from Dreesen over to first base to no avail. He was already back. That one a bouncing ball in the same exact spot. That one gets through. Another single around to third. No, Brody Smith hits the brakes, heads back to second base, sliding, and it is one runner at first, one at second. And the Tigers getting something going here. All right, brings up Vincent DiCarlo. DiCarlo reached on an error. His first time up was basically kind of like a swinging bunt and an errant throw to first base. He swings through that breaking pitch, and Dreesen has wisely gone back to it as he is definitely landing that, and I don't think anybody's made any solid contact on it yet. A long look in there to Anderson with the runner at second, and they're on the same page. He curls and hurls and misses up high. 2 men on, bottom of the third. Both singled. That's Brody Smith and Ben Burke. The reverse move chases Brody Smith back. Fastball up high. Moves the count to 2 balls and a strike. On deck, Caden Wechter. DiCarlo, again, headed up to Raleigh, North Carolina to play for the North Carolina State Wolfpack after graduation in a couple of months. And that one, he lifts foul into the bank parking lot beyond the first base dugout. Fastball misses outside. And now Dreesen. Dreesen, 36 pitches so far, 22 strikes, 14 balls. And DiCarlo awaits. And he's sort of a little nubber foul on a breaking ball. I mean, he like right off the end of the bat, like a pool cue. And it just sort of dribbled over toward the first base dugout. And it is now continued life for Vincent DiCarlo in a full count against Caleb Dreesen. Dreesen kicks and fires, and that hit in the air to center field. Taylor backing up, running back toward the warning track. He grabs it. That's out number 2. On to third base goes Brody Smith. And so Vincent DiCarlo moves him up 90 feet. All right, that's 2 out. All right, Caden Wechter singled, an RBI single to left field his first time up. He's actually the number 2 ranked right-handed pitcher in the junior class in the state of Florida, right behind Wilson Anderson. But Caden playing shortstop, and he hits a high Baltimore chop over the pitcher's mound. It is grabbed by the shortstop, Alice. The throw is off the mark at first base. You called a hit, Mike? So that is a throwing error. He had him, but he did not make the throw. Brody Smith came in. So Brody Smith scored. And Ben Burke went to third on the same error. Okay, so we got it all sorted out now. 3-1 Jesuit. Bring up Robbie Santana with runners at the corners. 2 outs, bottom of the third. All right, Robbie Santana has had a sacrifice fly tonight. Again, he leads the team in on-base percentage, slugging percentage, and therefore on-base plus slugging. He's tied for first in walks, a 15-time all-tournament selection. He had a sacrifice fly to right field his first time up. 6'1", 195, senior first baseman. Runners at the corners, and he hits that one straight up in the air towards second base. Under it is Wolpert. He makes the catch right over his left shoulder and retires the side.
want to remind you, continuing folks in Ohio, we serve from the best food in our concession stand in any high school ballpark in the area. So shout out.
Bottom of the third. Jesuit gets 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We are finished with 3 complete. It is Jesuit 3 and Badin High School of Ohio Rams 1. Okay, Austin. Okay, third baseman Austin Vangen up. He flew out to right, well, foul territory of right field his first time up. Ball 1. As we move to the top of the 4th, we're zipping along here. That was swinging. Ground ball over to Alvario at second. He tosses it underhand to Santana to retire Vangen. And it is 1 pitch, 1 out. Anderson, 51 pitches now, 30 strikes, 21 balls. Kyle Anderson up. Kyle struck out swinging his first time up. There's a fastball right over the outside corner. Called strike 1. Catcher Kyle Anderson. And there is that breaking ball, and that makes it in there. Kyle Anderson, 4-time perfect game all-tournament selection, and he gets another breaking pitch that he manages to chop foul. Sort of fights that one off his hands. And that's 1-2. Anderson awaits Anderson, who throws high right up at the jaw. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I'm the reserve parking like that. Similar career, sir.
There is that breaking pitch, and that one's straight up in the air. I don't know how they can see that in that sky. But Bassesi gloves it and gets out number 2.
I've been down here playing basketball since 1987.
All right, so up steps Cade Bowling, the first baseman. He grounded out to the right side of the infield his first time up. That's a foul ball that is smothered by DiCarlo. Again, Cade Bowling, a senior going to Southern Wesleyan University in Central South Carolina when he finishes up in Hamilton. The 0-1. That one hit hard on the ground to Caden Wechter, who gloves it, fires it across in time. Took the umpire a second to call it, but Caden Wechter, nice job fielding that on a hot shot, and then throws a strike right across the diamond to retire the side. All right, top half of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 3-1 Jesuit. check and see here. All right, way to go, YouTubers tonight. Creeping up there. We're at about 360 people total have viewed so far. We can keep pumping it up. All right, due up, Sheffield, Bassesi, and Kirshner.
Now second to play the designated hitter, number 31, Christian Sheffield.
All right, Christian Sheffield popped up to second base his first time up. Nice breaking ball, and the umpire gives it the silent treatment, so that is ball one. Fastball. Okay, that one is, he's got his right fist warmed up now. Fastball over the outside corner, ball and a strike. He's wearing a black, like, sport coat, kind of like they do in the majors. I don't know how he is not burning up over there. And chopped foul by Sheffield down by his own dugout on the third base line. But home plate umpire, I mean, I tip my hat to him. I tip my hat to whoever's supplying him with water in between innings. And that one hit in the air to right field. Over there in time to make the grab is Luby, and out number one. All right, out number one is Sheffield, and that brings up Bryce Bassesi. Bryce grounded out to shortstop his first time up. 23-time all-tournament player. Dreesen misses high, ball one. So Caleb Dreesen, 45 pitches now, 29 strikes, 16 balls. Works from the stretch, right around the strike zone all night. Mixes his fastball that goes up to 88 with a very consistent breaking ball that he locates in the strike zone very consistently. I mean, he can make a living with that one. Ball low and away. Caleb Dreesen is, I don't know if he's calling for another ball. It looked like Caleb Dreesen might have wanted to ask for a new ball, but no, he didn't. Foul ball by Bassesi, and it's now 3-1, so he had the green light with the 3-0 count. That one fouled straight back and out of play, and it's now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Jesuit leading Badin High School of Hamilton, Ohio, 3-1 in what has been a pretty darn clean game. Moved right along. We're an hour into it, and we're in the bottom of the fourth. That one hit straight up the middle, a bouncing ball that is a single. Chandler collects it, relays it in. And Bassesi has a hit. And he gets on base for the first time tonight to bring up Jay Kirshner. Now, Kirshner was called out on strikes his first time up. The junior left fielder, a 4-time all-tournament player in perfect game events. He kicks and delivers, and there's that breaking ball, and there's another strike. 51 pitches total for Dreesen. 33 strikes. And 18 balls. That one misses off the mark outside, and the misfire makes it 1-1. Infield at regular depth. Outfielders playing him straight away. Barely a puff of a breeze right now. That one fouled straight over toward the facade back here between home plate and the first base dugout. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. The throw over to first base, not in time to get him. All right, Kirshner awaits the 1-2. Dreesen kicks and delivers, misses up and out. Looks like Bassesi, itching to take off to second base, does not. Fouled out of play by Kirshner. Count remains 2-2. Great showing from the Badin folks. Fastball, too tall, full count. That one up and in, and he draws a base on balls. As Dreesen now 57 pitches, 35 strikes, 22 balls. Brings up Tyler Alvario, and it's going to bring a coach visit out to the mound to Caleb Dreesen. I do not see anyone warming up. I think this is just a regroup, reconnoiter. Just give Dreesen a second to kind of recollect himself and get back to work. All right, Alvario comes up with teammates aboard at second base. Bassesi, who singled up the middle. Kirshner at first, who walked. Bottom of the fourth. He squares to bunt, and he jabs at it but misses it. All right, the 1-2. There's one out. Trying to move two teammates over for the top of the lineup. And the hot-hitting Brody Smith. And there's that breaking ball that misses inside. It's now a ball and a strike. He squares. He bunts it in the air, foul toward first base, and it is a dead ball foul. All right, Dreesen delivers, and that's a check swing that's basically a bunt, but quickly over there is Dreesen to cover it and toss it underhand to Cade Bowling. And the sort of check swing turned out to accomplish what the attempted bunts could not. All right, 2 outs. Brody Smith up, and tonight Brody Smith has been down with OBP. He is on base twice tonight with singles. There's that breaking ball, and there's the same result right in the strike zone. Same pitch, same result. So, Caleb Dreesen just racking up the strikes with that breaking pitch. And he nods emphatically. I wonder if he's coming back with it again. Here's the 0-2. I think he did, but he missed with that one, a little bit off the mark. Outside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. There's that breaking pitch, and that one is a high hopper, but this time Bowling's able to get it. Smith has been able to hit ground balls with eyes so far tonight. That one hits Cade Bowling right at the letters, and he gets the unassisted ground out to end the inning. Okay, bottom of the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We head to the 5th inning. It's Jesuit 3 and Badin 1. Okay, Wilson Anderson heads out for the 5th inning, and he will face Brink, Luby, and Resch. James Brink struck out swinging his first time up, and the left fielder back in the batter's box again. He takes low, ball 1. Top of the 5th inning, Jesuit up 3-1. Starter Wilson Anderson still on the hill. Gets a swinging, empty hack, and strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wilson now 60 pitches, 37 strikes. That one he pulls a little bit outside. It's 2-1. That one hit it sky high in the air right in the middle of the infield. Who's going to call this one?
Oh my God!
And Bryce Bassesi, all kinds of confusion. For a second it looked like Anderson would get it. Another moment later, Robbie Santana streaking over from first base looked like he'd get it, and Bryce Bessesi ends up making the out. Swing and a miss. Jace Luby, who flew out to left field his first time up. And there's a fastball over the outside corner for strike 2. And that one, he's dialing it up at least mid-90s for sure. That one sailed outside. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. That one, a bouncing ball over to Santana, who gets it, tosses it underhand to Anderson, who's covering, steps on first, and the old 3-1 ground out. Brings up Chase Resch. Chase walked his first time up. Anderson, very efficient work this evening. He's here in the top of the 5th and is at 66 pitches. There's a fastball with all kinds of zip on it, but a little bit high. He goes after the drag bunt, makes a stab at it, but misses, and it's 1-1. There's a fastball that lands right over the outside corner, and it's 1-2. From the windup, he twirls and hurls and misses up and away. Fastball outside. That's pitch number 71 for Wilson Anderson. Full count, 2 out, top of the 5th. Jesuit with a 3-1 lead over the visiting Badin Rams from Hamilton, Ohio. That one, a scorching strike right down the middle, but it was fouled off by Chase Resch, who stays alive. He'll see his 7th pitch of the at-bat. He walked his first time up. And he watches strike 3 that time over the inside corner, and that had a little extra steam on it from Wilson Anderson. And the looking strikeout retires the side. Top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Jesuit 3 and Badin 1.
You want to come up and do your half inning? Yeah, when you back. So why don't you come up now so at least we're here.
Always. I usually do this, or I start talking a little loud over it or something like that. All right. All right, Ben Burke has flown out to left and singled to right. So he is 1 for 2 on the night. In the end of the game, he came into the game batting .400 with an OBP of .375 with 6 hits, a couple of stolen bases. Then a 24-time all-tournament selection. All right, Caleb Dreesen, the Rams starter, still out there. 65 pitches into this, and he has been very sharp tonight. Very effective. Has limited base runners. Gotten a lot of those pop-ups. That one is shallow right field. Wolpert catches it over his left shoulder. That's out number one. All right, DiCarlo comes up with one out in the bottom of the fifth. DiCarlo has reached on an error and flown out to deep center field. There's that breaking pitch, and that one lands for a strike. It took home plate umpire a little bit to call that one. Almost like he didn't really mean it, but that was a strike. And the 0-1. Did he go? Looked like a check swing, and he says yes, he did when he checks with the first base umpire, and he gets a swinging strike 2. So it's 1 ball, 2 or no balls and 2 strikes. That one misses, and now it's a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball just off the outside corner. Had a lot of zip on it, and Kyle Anderson did a great job receiving that. Very convincing in his reception of it, but home plate umpire, he didn't bite, and he's the only one whose vote counts. That one smacked right at first baseman Cade Bowling. That was a pretty hot shot. I think that's a base hit. I mean, he'd have done well to just get his glove on that one. So a base hit for Vincent DiCarlo, and Cannon Murtaugh is going to courtesy run for him. He's going to bring up Caden Wechter. Wechter has singled to left and reached on an error. Here's a fastball. Called strike over the outside corner. He called it a strike, yes. Murtaugh does not go. That's a bouncing ball right to Alice, who flips it to second, over to first in time for the 6-4-3 double play, beautifully done by the Rams. All right, so on the double play, that retires the side in the bottom of the fifth. The bottom of the fifth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. After 5 complete, it's 3-1 Jesuit. All right, folks, it looks like we're going to do this game. We're going to get some runs here. All right, so. All right, so the stadium announcer for the Rams is going to do the stadium announcing for their lineup here at the top of the 6th. And his voice obviously known to a lot of the Ram faithful that are here. So if he mispronounces the names, then there's nothing I can do to help you. There's no complaints allowed. Letting's taken the half inning off. All right, due up is Cooper Hollis, Eli Wolpert, and Chandler Taylor. Wilson Anderson still on the hill here. And the top of the 6th. He is 73 pitches into this.
Cooper Hollis.
All right, Cooper Hollis has singled up the middle his first time up. So he is 1 for 1 on the evening. And he swings and fouls it back over the grandstand out of play. 0-1. There's that breaking pitch, and there is a called strike. And that gets a groan from some of the Ram fans, but I think that one was over the outside corner. He's been calling that one pretty consistently all night. And that one down in the dirt, and that one gets away from DiCarlo, and then he throws, but it's an errant throw to right field, and Hollis never slows down and coasts right into second base on what is a drop third strike and then a throwing error. Well, a wild pitch third strike and then a throwing error. All right, Eli Wolpert, the second baseman, comes up. He has grounded out right up the middle his first time up. And he'll come up with nobody out. Fastball is too tall, ball one. 77 pitches for Wilson Anderson. And now Eli Wolpert now has a teammate at second base. There is a fireball of a strike from Wilson Anderson over the inside corner, a ball and a strike. It's 1-1, Mike. Foul ball back into the netting. And it's 1-2. Coach Menendez hustling up to get that one. Nicely done, Coach. His toss to the umpire is right on the money. Belt high. Miguel needs to turn some double plays every now and then. I'd love to see that, man. He's still got it. There is that breaking ball that bounced up into the umpire's mask. It was a nice job of fouling it off, really. It was a sharp breaking ball, and Eli got his bat on it, but it hit the dirt and came right up into the mask of home plate umpire. And so DiCarlo's going to go and buy him a few moments here. 1-2. Ball outside, blocked by DiCarlo to even the count. Couple of balls, couple of strikes. That's me. Here comes the 2-2. And that one is slashed foul as Eli Wolpert is going to make him earn it. That is now 82 pitches for Wilson Anderson. And he pretty steadily goes to 9,500 pitches or so. He's got lots of stamina, lots of arm strength. And there is a slashed foul ball into the netting. So Wolpert, 1-2, he has gone ball, strike, foul ball, foul ball. Ball, foul ball, foul ball. Pretty soon, this is one of those where if you're Wilson Anderson, you say, all right, where do you want me to throw it? I'm not going to sit here and have you foul off 30 pitches. Fouls it off. Okay. Huh? He's at 84 pitches. This is his 9th pitch to this. This might be his 10th pitch. No, this is number 9. 9th pitch of the at-bat to Eli Wolpert. He kicks and fires, and that one is bounced over to second base. Alvario's got it. The toss across to Santana. In time, that's out number 1, but it moves Hollis to third. All right, one away, and Chandler Taylor comes up. The center fielder, leadoff hitter. And Chandler has flown out to left field, and he has gone down on strikes. And we're going to get a mound visit here. Yeah, folks, somebody alluded to it in the chat already. Yes, this is my hobby, my, quote, second job. My real job is I'm a parathyroid surgeon here in Tampa. So if you're so moved and you want to help me validate my existence to my kids, you can follow me on Instagram at parathyroid guru. The kids now, if you're not doing something on social media, it doesn't matter if you operate on 11,000 people. They're like, oh yeah, Dad. How many followers do you have? No, thank you. All right, Chandler Taylor. That one, foul ball. So yes, that's at parathyroid guru. Yes, it's a volunteer position, so I figure like I could just say that. And that can't hurt anybody. I'm not asking anybody to pay me anything. It's all right. Smothered nicely by Vincent DiCarlo. And it's now a ball and a strike. One ball, one strike. Fastball, too tall, 2-1. That's 88 pitches, and there is some activity down in the bullpen. Lefty, I think that's Keen Hyer working down there. And Taylor backs out. He has worked himself to a 2-1 lead in this count. He's got teammate Cooper Ollis at third base with one out. And that is a swing and a foul tip caught by DiCarlo. And the count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Taylor's got speed, so I mean, really just even a little dribbler of a ground ball would be tough to get him out. He gets him swinging on a breaking ball in the dirt. A rope of a throw to first base from DiCarlo. And he gets the strikeout, throw him out. All right, 2 away. Austin Vangen has flown out into foul territory down the right field line and grounded out to second base. And he sees a heater of a fastball that just misses wide. Ball 1. Fastball inside. Ball 2. So Wilson now at 92 pitches. Still has a lot of steam on that fastball. And that is a breaking pitch, very nicely blocked by Vincent DiCarlo there. I mean, that is so much confidence in your catcher. You can throw a breaking pitch. Like, did he swing and miss at that? He called that one a strike. And he lands the breaking ball right in for a strike and retires the side, leaving a man at third. All right, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base. We move to the bottom of the 6th. It's 3-1 Jesuit.
Let's give a shout out for Tony Baird, doing his ability to be a PA announcer, doesn't for bait. He's only done it for 25 years, so he's got 10 years of
Patrick Keating, thank you for your comment on the chat. I'm happy to do it, my friend. I mean, it's not a major league broadcast, but you know, you get to see the action live, and you get to hear some whimsical commentary along the way, and I get to have fun. So that's an added bonus. And they get to bring everybody, apparently but me, something to eat up here in the press box. I mean, I ain't mad or nothing. All right. No outs, Mike. Okay. Bottom of the sixth. And Caleb Dreesen, 73 pitches into this. He will face Robbie Santana. So Santana has had a sacrifice fly to right field and a pop-up to second base. So Robbie, again, very, very productive offensively this year. Having an outstanding senior season. He'll be playing ball when he finishes here. Looked like he was going to swing, and now he's going to take off to first base, and the umpire says, go ahead. I guess it hit him in the ankle. Somebody's going to run for him, it looks like. Number 5. All right, Colin Kenny going to pinch run. All right, Christian Sheffield comes up. Christian has he has popped out / flown out twice, both over to the right side, one to second base and one to shallow right field. And Dreesen called strike one. It's hard to make out sometimes the call from the home plate umpire. It takes him a while to bring his right fist up. That one right in on the hands, fouled back out of play. Quickly, Sheffield is down 0-2. The throw over to first base in time. Ball, and the back pick attempt not in time. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball too tall, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. A swing and an empty hack, and he gets Christian Sheffield on strikes. And that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. So that brings up Bryce Bassesi. Now, Bryce Bassesi has grounded out to shortstop, and he has singled up the middle. So he's 1 for 2 tonight. And there's just something about this 3-1. It does not feel like it is time to sit back and relax. It just feels like Badin's not done here. So you can always use another run or 2 or 4. And I think he got him there. Holy cow. Great move by Dreesen. And, wow. I think that all of the Badin fans and probably 3/4 of the Jesuit fans were gasping on that one because it looked like he got him. Great move from Dreesen. And the fastball misses up and out. Now Caleb Dreesen, 81 pitches, 50 strikes, 31 balls. It's usually, especially people from a long way away. Like if we play Gaither, you play somebody like Stone Douglas, like 800 or something, we'll have a team that'll come from another state, and you really do get a lot of them. There's a breaking ball, and that one just spun a little bit wide. Anderson, a good job of receiving, but not much he could do with that one. It kind of just kept sputtering out wide, and as a catcher, you don't want to do that every single pitch, try to convince the umpire that it's a strike. You want to save it for the ones that are close and you can steal. So that's a pop-up over to third baseman Vangan. And Bassesi heads back to the dugout. All right, that's out number 2. And, of course, Colin Kenny can't go anywhere. It brings up Jay Kirshner. Kirshner has struck out and walked. Is 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Starter Dreesen still on the mound, and there's a called strike. That's why he's still on the mound. Popped up, and I believe out of play, yes. It's 0-2, Mike.
I'm messing you up.
That's all right. That's no big deal. And that one is hit into shallow left field. He's going to get to it, leaping and grabbing at his Alice. A great play to retire the side. He was almost all the way out to the left field position to get that one. Very well done. All right, that is the end of the 6th inning, and so the bottom of the 6th, it is no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We move to the top of the 7th inning, and it looks like we're going to see Keen Hyer. All right, Wilson Anderson after 95 pitches. Let's see. Wilson tonight, 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 hit, 1 walk. No earned runs, 1 unearned. And he will give way to Keen Hyer. All right, Keen Hyer, 3rd on the team in ERA. He has pitched 10 innings this year. The lefty is a senior and is going to go pitch for the University of Richmond Spiders in just a few months once he has graduated from Jesuit here. He's struck out 14, walked 6. ERA is 1.4, and that's good for 3rd on the team. Fastball up to 86 miles an hour. Holding opponents to a .282 batting average. He is set to see Kyle Anderson, Cade Bowling, and James Brink. Anderson has struck out and popped up. Hyer works exclusively from the stretch. And there is a nice drag bunt fielded by Hyer, and he fires it over there. Does he get him? Yes, he does. He almost ran into Colin Kenny at third base. A great play. Fielding his position is Keen Hyer. All right, one away. Brings up Cade Bowling, who has, there's a slider for a strike. He has grounded out to second base, then grounded out to shortstop, and he takes a slider for strike one. So one out, top of the seventh, and the Rams are down to 2 outs here. Fastball off the mark outside. This would be a quick ball game if these outs go quickly. Under 2 hours. We're at 1 hour 45 minutes. Hyer kicks and delivers, and that hit in the air to center field. Giving chase is Burke. He stands under it, grabs it, and that's out number 2. All right, James Brink, the left fielder. The left fielder, he comes up with 2 outs now. He has struck out and popped up to right behind the pitcher's mound. And Hyer delivers. There's a breaking pitch, and that's in there for strike one. There's the same pitch, and this time it's a swinging strike, and it's 0-2. And the Badin Rams are down to their last strike here. Hyer sets up the letters, and he kicks. And that one is hit softly on the ground over to second base. The toss underhanded gets him at first for the final out of the game on a 4-3 ground out to Tyler Alvario. And that is going to do it. So, folks, Jesuit wins 3-1 over the Badin Rams. Badin had 1 run, 1 hit, committed 2 errors, and left 1 on base. Jesuit 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 5 men left on base. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in and watching this. 559 of you tuned in tonight. Very much appreciated. As you know, I love bringing these games to you. Folks in Ohio, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope all of these folks here drive safely and enjoy their time here in warm Florida, because pretty soon it's going to get hot and humid and miserable here. And people are going to run away and go up there. All right, everybody, have a good rest of your night. Good night.